Man, I'm so fine. Look how sexy I am. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Okay, let me stop. Havertz is having doubts, apparently, on joining Bayern, which is very, very weird. Man, yesterday, it seemed like I was talking about Kai joining Bayern, almost a guarantee. And now today, we're talking about Kai having doubts. So, that's the story coming out from Kicker, that Kai Havertz is not 100% certain on Bayern Munich, which is very odd. Kai not certain on Bayern. Bayern not certain on Kai. Basically, the story is that from Kicker, Kai does not feel like Bayern have him as their number one priority. Come on, if you're Kai Havertz, you must be stupid to think Bayern Munich have you as their number one priority. It's going to be Sané. But apparently he's feeling as if we don't have him as our number one priority, which is very weird, to be completely honest with you. Now, the thing is with Kai Havertz though is Bayern don't need him now. We don't. Hold on, let me go to that screen. Bayern don't need Kai Havertz right now, which means that in a year from now, that's where we would need him. And now you could say it's fake news. I'm just reporting on it. Timo Werner agreed personal terms with Liverpool. No, what's coming out now is that Timo Werner agreed personal terms with Chelsea, which in my opinion, Werner going to Chelsea is a downgrade from RB Leipzig. It's just hilarious. This guy has just been doing a Miley Cyrus for the last 2 years, just twerking around for any club he can find. You don't need Havertz. Muller's good. Yeah, a lot of people were commenting that, oh yeah, Thomas Muller's gonna, and I agreed with you. People were commenting as if I didn't say what I said. I said Havertz would probably not be playing in the Muller position. He'd be playing out wide a lot. He'd probably be a winger when he comes in. Because the fact of the matter is, our wingers do get injured. Sedge will get injured. So will Leroy. So will Coman. And Perisic, we shouldn't even be thinking about buying. I think we should spend that money on Kai Havertz. But I think, with the whole the stories that maybe that's a ploy from his agent and his entourage to go and say, hey, Man United are interested, Chelsea are interested, Liverpool are interested. Maybe we can look there, and then that would prompt Bayern to be like, hey, we want you at all costs, and we're willing to give you this, give you that. So maybe it's a ploy from us. By the way, leave a like on the video. Maybe it's a ploy from Bayern. I hope it is, though, because there's no way we should be missing out on Kai Havertz, because to be fair, he is a long-term replacement. Where is the news coming from? The news is coming from Kicker. They basically come out and said Kai Havertz is having doubts over Bayern whether or not they believe he's their first target, primary, be all and end all in the central attacking midfielder position for the next 10 years. Yes, Thomas Müller will be 32 next year. He will be, which is a perfect opportunity for us to replace him next year. And there was also sources coming out and saying Bayern will talk to Leverkusen this week. This is coming out from Bild. Bayern will talk to Leverkusen this week and try and get a deal agreed for next year. So that would mean that Bayern are first on Havertz next year. It would mean that he joins us next year. Whether Kai Havertz feels like he wants to move now is a different problem. But I feel like Kai Havertz would definitely be here. Real Madrid, Kai's for the future. Yeah, let's not talk about Real Madrid. What would Real Madrid offer Kai Havertz that we wouldn't? Real Madrid are in shambles. They can't even figure out if they want to play 21-year-old Eder Militao over 50 billion-year-old Sergio Ramos. Don't talk to me about Real Madrid, but obviously Real Madrid will be interested in Kai Havertz. They're always interested. Address the 4-3-3 to 4-2-3-1 in relation. I think Hansi Flick is going to play a 4-3-3. I don't know, though. That's a good question. That's a really good question. No, but a 4-2-3-1 has been working for us. The way we press needs us to play a 4-2-3-1. And I think if we're being linked to Kai Havertz, what Bild came out and said, and Kicker came out and said the same thing, is that Hansi Flick is a big fan of Kai Havertz, which is telling me that Flick wants Havertz. Now, Hansi Flick, before he signed his contract, we were getting the stories that he wanted veto power over all transfers. I'm sure in there he said, I also want to recommend transfers. So Hansi Flick must want Havertz for us to be this linked to him. So yeah, Hansi Flick wants Havertz, and I think with that being said, though, it's really important to look at the current squad now. Our squad is pretty much perfect. even if you don't buy Sane, we still have a very, very world-class squad. We are the best team in the world. Right now we are. So the way I look at it, we're going to play a 4-2-3-1. And if we didn't plan on playing a 4-2-3-1, I don't think we'd be linked to Kai Havertz. I don't think so. So it wouldn't really make any sense for us to be linked to a player that would play a system and then we go to a 4-3-3. So yeah, I've been saying, we might play a 4-3-3. Hansi Flick might, but it might just be he wants to have different systems to use. He wants tactical flexibility. We've done a 3 at the back. Well, with Kimmich as a center back, that's not really a 3 at the back. But we've tried different formations under Flick. We've had Kimmich drop in so deep that, man, I thought he was the ocean. He dropped deep, and then it was just, we've had the thing with Hansi Flick's team versus Niko Kovac's team was, Kovac had only one way of playing, and if that didn't work, we lost or drew. That's it. Hansi Flick came in, solved the problem. Now we have different ways of playing and approaching games. Defensively, we have a structure. And I think the 4-2-3-1 works for how we defend. So Hansi Flick is probably most likely going to stay with that 4-2-3-1. And I hope he does. And that's where Kai Havertz would come in. Because at the end of the day, our right wingers almost become inside forwards. The way we play, Kai Havertz would play on the wide areas when Muller is playing in the middle position. So I don't think you can say one thing or the other. Kai will stay in Leverkusen for another season. I hope so too. I think what Bayern's planning to do, because Havertz apparently wants his decision or wants the transfer move where he's going next to be decided this summer. Maybe as a player, you're just like, I want to know where I'm going. I don't want to go through this transfer saga next summer where everyone's linked to me and they're not making bids. I want to go. So the thing is, that's what Havertz is probably thinking. He probably wants a decision made on his career this season so that next season he knows where he's going. He knows where he's playing to. So you should sign Pogba and Martial. How are you just going to go from Havertz to Pogba and Martial? But leave a like on the video, everyone, if this Kai Havertz story is interesting. He's going to stay 1 year. I think he will stay at Leverkusen despite any transfers that are announced or unannounced. The same way Bayern signed Lucas Hernandez and Benjamin Pavard, I think is a similar way we sign Havertz, where maybe it's not this summer transfer window. Maybe it's next season in January or something. We agree a deal with Leverkusen and then he comes in 2021. It's almost as if you're loaning a player and their contract kicks in when they join you. I want Havertz so badly. I can see how it wouldn't happen, but Bayern just... I mean, come on. Bayern, we won't... I guarantee you, we won't negotiate. We will offer Leverkusen $50. Their asking price is $100 million. We'll offer $50 because that's what Bayern is. At the end of the day, we're a saving money club. We like saving money. And why wouldn't you want to save money? Saving money is good. You can have more money in the future to spend on other things. And that's what Bayern's done so well. We've decided instead of just spending and throwing money at players, we'd rather save money and get players that are a level below and we can develop. I wonder if Leverkusen stick tight to the €100 million asking price, are Bayern gonna just pay it up and just say, okay, cool, that's your asking price? Because it's not a release clause, it's an actual asking price. It's what they want for him. So are we gonna go 75 million or are we gonna go 60 million plus add-ons? If we sign Havertz for anything less than 100 million, that's a great transfer deal. The only players we need is Kai, Sane, and Upamecano. Yeah, I agree. I'm a United fan, but I love your channel. I love how I changed the word like to love. I love myself too much. I have too much of a big ego. Saving money is good. Barca, they spent about 400 million. Yeah, Barcelona do spend the money. But for me, I think sometimes you have to realize, hey, this is a player we want. Let's go out and get him. Bayern were linked to Koulibaly in 2016 or 2015. Whatever the time we got Ramos. We could have gotten Koulibaly, who now is one of the best center backs in the world. Bayern were also linked. Who were we also linked with? We were linked to De Bruyne in 2016. He ended up going to City. So we were also linked to Sane. So I think at times, of course you want to save money, but when you know a player is there in front of you to get, you have to go and get him. because someone else is going to get Havertz. We're going to be sitting here 5 years from now when he's balling us in the Champions League quarterfinals, and we're going to be crying because we're like, oh, we could have signed him. And then we'll be hearing stories 5 years from now that Bayern Munich could have signed Havertz for 80 million plus 10 million in add-ons. And then he'll be worth like 200 million at the time in 5 years. So I think another thing is if you wanted to someone is saying get Havertz and loan him out. You can't loan out Havertz. The guy's been consistent in the Bundesliga for the last 4 seasons. He's been scoring and assisting in the Europa League too. Havertz has been doing it for more than 1 season now. So I don't think you can just offload Havertz, or if you were to buy him, spending 100 million on a player should not be a player you loan out. Havertz is already at that level. A lot of people compare him to Kylian Mbappe in a way, the way they broke through. The guy's 20 years old and he's having 15 assists, 15 goals, 8 assists in the league. He's a midfielder. Now, he's playing like a false 9. But you can tell the amount of maturity in Havertz is brilliant. So it could be like how Muller came through. Muller came through and just automatically was just world class. That's how Davies is right now. You can have players. You don't need to be loaning out players. Neymar to Bayern would be, cool. I think Bayern had an opportunity to sign Neymar. We always do. We always have opportunities to sign players. We were linked with Werner and Neymar as well. Yeah, we've missed out on a lot of players. Right now, that player in my head is Upamecano. I think in a few seasons, if we don't sign Upamecano, which I think we may, we have a good chance at it. In a few seasons, we'll be looking at it going, we could have had a good opportunity with Upamecano. Kai Havertz won't replace Lewandowski, Vishal. He won't, because Lewandowski is a striker. Havertz at Leverkusen right now is on the lineups. He says he's playing striker, but he's actually a central attacking midfielder. He's a false 9. So almost like Muller. And Leon Bailey and whatever his winger partners are he gives space to them in the middle area. But he actually operates and gets in striker positions. So he is scoring the goals, not just assisting. We were going to sign Upamecano if we didn't get Hernandez last season. I don't think that's true. We were also linked to De Ligt. I don't think Bayern were that linked to De Ligt. Was linked. We also had Kabak, who we could have signed from Schalke. He ended up going from Stuttgart with Pavard. He ended up going to Schalke. So we could have signed a few other players. If I was Hansi Flick, I would sell Coman and buy Sané and Havertz. Well, Hansi Flick is most likely to buy 2 of those and also keep Coman. By the way, no one's going to sell Coman. I don't think the Bayern board think about selling Coman. I think they still believe in the Coman project. They still believe he can be the player. And if the board believed that, that's what they get paid to do. We can have differing opinions to the Bayern board, but at the end of the day, they're the Bayern board. By the way, leave a like on the video. You just can't spend money on a paper just because other teams want him. The other teams may need him in their squad, and your team may not. That's a really good point. I respect that point. But the thing is, we do need Havertz. In 2 seasons when Thomas Muller, right, maybe not just crap out of nowhere, but he's declining, who would we rather bring on? Who are we going to bring on, actually? We don't. We need a player of that quality. And also, Havertz is German. He fits the bill for a Bayern player. He already knows how the club is. He would just fit right in with the philosophy we have of signing young German players. That's what it says, and it tells me on Football Manager. So clearly it's in real life too. What players are linked to leave Bayern? I don't think there's any specific players leaving Bayern. Flick isn't the one deciding the transfers, but he could give suggestions. Well, Hansi Flick, before he signed the contract, said, you know what? I want veto power over these transfers. And I agree, because as a manager, if you have a certain philosophy in mind, you don't want certain players for that, right? I think Hansi Flick wants Dest. He wanted Upamecano. He wants Havertz. He wants Sané. These are 4 players that Hansi Flick wants. I think that's his philosophy. He sees the squad in a different way than we do. We may see the squad as, we need a powerful CDM, like I say, who can, protect our back line, and then we can have Kimmich and Thiago control the game from their box-to-box positions and also dribble and do all their... I can say that because that's my opinion. But Hansi Flick will obviously have his philosophy in mind, how he wants to play. The problem with Kovac was Kovac begged for this job. He did. Niko Kovac begged for this job. So he could have accepted anything. Yeah, by suggestions. Yeah, but at the end of the day, right? He will have a yes or no. The board do buy the player. The manager could want the player and the board don't, which is where we could criticize the board. But if the manager wants the player, yeah, he would fit perfectly in our system. He's perfect for positional changes in attack. Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday. How he moves in between the lines is so important. Muller does it so well that I don't think anyone can replicate it, and I think we see it in Havertz. I'm the one going, I think a lot of people were saying, Havertz now. I was like, no, let's not get Kai Havertz for 100 million. But obviously, the reason why I'm kind of changed, I haven't changed my opinion. I don't want him now. I want the guy in 2022. I want him when we need him. We have a Champions League final at the Allianz in 2022, okay? Let's get ready for that. But what I'm thinking about isn't just about replacing Thomas Müller. It's just the future as a whole of just our attack. We have to slowly, eventually start. We have to replace someone. We have to buy Sané. We have to buy Havertz. We need these players. Maybe it's not now, but say in a year, there's a higher chance of Thomas Müller declining quicker than him just improving way more. Havertz is literally like Müller, just gets less assists, more goals, and is probably more technical. That's the thing. And Müller is just smarter. We have to make the deal now for 2021. That's what I was thinking. I think the Bayern board want to make that deal because what would it look like to Thomas Müller if he just signed a new contract 3 months or 2 months, a month ago actually, and then Kai Havertz is getting signed in the summer consecutive to that. So I think next season, Havertz coming in, Müller gets an extra season to do his thing by being our sole central attacking midfielder. And then when Muller's going to be 32 next year. He turns 31 this year. He's going to be 32 next year. And then I don't think Havertz is even going to come in and even in 2021 and be our starting central attacking midfielder. This guy is going to probably play a lot of games out wide because Sané will pick up injuries. So will Gnabry. So will Coman. These are wingers pick up injuries, and I think he'll have a lot of opportunities. Look at the amount of games Perisic has played. Coutinho has played. These players weren't necessarily brought in to be starters, but look at the games they've played. Havertz, Firmino, Salah. Havertz isn't going to Liverpool. Liverpool had a chance to get Werner, and guess what? Werner is now pretty much confirmed going to Chelsea 100%. I think he's going to end up at Chelsea, which is stupid. How is he going to end up at Chelsea? My opinion on Ziyech is a baller. I love how he plays. Havertz could learn from Müller, which is true, right? Müller will be 32 next year. But I think we have to be proactive because I think what Unai Hoeneß said when he said Bayern is a new era is shaping up at Bayern. A new era is a new decade, right? Players get a good 8 to 12 years playing at a top level. Davies is going to play here. If we all going to retain, no one's going to pay 300 million in 2025 for Alfonso unless he goes for free. No one's paying 300 million for him. That's what we demand because there's no way we'd let Davies go for less. But Unai Hoeneß came out and said the new era is shaping up at Bayern, and I think he means that. Bayern have also, the board have the ambition that I've never seen before. Yes, they'll say the normal stuff like we want to succeed. They're coming out and saying we want to win the Champions League again. The board do realize, you don't think they're looking at Leipzig going, hey, they'll be a threat. You don't think they're looking at Hertha Berlin and saying, hey, they'll be a threat. They want to dominate. Why wouldn't they? They want to keep dominating. And spending the money on Havertz makes sense. Now think about it. Havertz, let's say Havertz costs us 100 million, right? In a different world, he always costs us 100 million. But we also get Sané for maybe 50 to 60 million. You get these two players for 150 million. Some clubs are out here spending 150 million on one player. Real Madrid spent 100 million on Eden Hazard, who's 28 years old. I think it would be brilliant business in a way, even though we don't necessarily want to spend the money. I mean, we're Bayern Munich. We're probably going to offer 50 million plus 5 million in add-ons for Kai Havertz. We're going to convince him to leave Leverkusen. We might even get him for free because we would let him run his contract down. We have to sign Havertz quickly. And another thing is, yeah, you're right, quickly. These clubs are linked to him. I want to break Real Madrid's party. They think they can just come in here and be linked to Havertz and get him. That's not what I like. I don't like hearing that. Not necessarily bringing Havertz is going to make us... He's not going to come in and be our best player. That's not it. He's going to come in and be one of the players for the team in the world for the next decade. We will dominate. I've said it. I think everyone says it. The teams that dominate a certain decade, not necessarily like you win every single trophy every single year. Dominate could just mean you grab something and you don't let anyone take it. You have your Havertz. You have your Sanes. No one can toil with you. You always compete for everything. You always are you're always in competitive mode. That's what I mean by dominate. I think Bayern will dominate the next decade if we win the CL this year, because it's so important. Because then when you win the CL, you don't think players that you didn't think would want to join you at all costs are thinking in their minds, hey, I want to go to Bayern. You don't think players are reading David Alaba's comments about he's loving his football at Bayern. Players do listen to other players. I bet you Kylian Mbappe is looking and like, hey, this Bayern team, I want to play with Davies, right? Paul Pogba might be like, hey, I want to pass to Alphonso Davies, Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, and Kai Havertz. You might have players that you didn't think would want to join us just off the fact that we're us, want to join us now. So that's why it's so important. The board wants to make big transfers every year if possible. The board did say they would make one big international star Europe thing. They'll make one German star. So that's basically saying Kai Havertz, Leroy Sané. I think that's what we keep forgetting these comments by Hassan Salamander. He said, I want to sign a European top talent from Europe, which I believe is Sané, and a top international star, which is Havertz. It's pretty damn simple, if I'm being honest. Are there any news for Sané? The same news. We've agreed personal terms with Sané, and it's just now a matter of Bayern want to probably watch him play for City. I think Bayern's waiting for the Premier League to return so we can watch Sané. And Bayern want to see, is this guy still good? Is he saucy? And then I think he would. I think that may be it. I mean, Flick does want the transfers as a secret. If Hansi Flick came out and said, hey, we want Kai Havertz, and then we didn't sign Kai Havertz, you automatically lose respect in the football world. Because it's like, hey, you wanted a player, but you didn't sign him. So obviously our coach isn't going to come out and say we want these players now. Your thoughts on Bayern's interest in Unda? Yeah, we're linked in FC. I've said it. Bayern is going to be linked to anyone we want. We can link ourselves to Lionel Messi. We're not signing Messi, but we can link ourselves to these players. Well, at the end of the day, what matters is the players that we actually need and are actually more likely to get. And I think Havertz is going to... I do think so, because Hassan Salamander would not come out and say we're signing an international star and we're also signing a European talent. Sané is the European talent. Your international star is Kai Havertz. When you get Kai Havertz and Leroy Sané, you don't need anyone else. But obviously he's saying in terms of these are the top transfers we're making. Then along the way we'll sign a Sergino Dest. We'll see. We'll get players in there. We should sign Mbappe. Why would we sign Mbappe? Because Levo's getting old. Lewandowski's goal output and assist output and just overall goal contributions has increased since he turned 30 years old. The guy's 31. It's increased. It's increased since he turned 28. Lewandowski is literally improving. Like, he's gotten more mature in terms of getting assists. He gets more assists. I don't know. You can't tell me Lewandowski's getting old when his stats are getting better. So, this old thing, it's almost like people play too much FIFA. Playing FIFA, you can play career mode. It will make you believe Thomas Muller is crap just because he doesn't have the pace. FIFA will make you believe anything. Who do you think are favorites? Muller said there's teams like Barcelona in the Champions League, but in his heart he knows Barcelona are pretty easy. Barcelona could barely beat Napoli. and we would beat Napoli. So Khan said they would also be considering to make no transfers as this. No, that would not be a strategy. They want to put pressure on City. No, no. I don't know if he said that directly. I think he probably said it would be difficult to make transfers, but there's no way he came out and said Bayern's not making any transfers. You know, the uproar. We wouldn't be linked to Sané anymore. We wouldn't. So I don't think he said that directly, but I think, you know what, that wouldn't make sense if he said that. That would not make sense at all. If Leipzig don't sell their players, they will be a European powerhouse in the next 2 years. Yeah, and if they retain Julian Nagelsmann, I respect RB Leipzig's director of football. The guy came out and said, Upamecano, he said it in German. I don't know if he's German actually. He might be Austrian. But the guy just came out and said, open-heartedly, Upamecano is a top talent. We're not letting him go for free, and we're not letting his release clause drop down. I'm like, damn, bro, you have some incredible balls to come out and say that when Bayern Munich, all these clubs are linked to your player, which tells me Leipzig do want to dominate. Look at the work Leipzig have done to get to the point where they are. They created Red Bull in New York. They created Red Bull in Ghana. They created Red Bull in Brazil. They created all these different clubs just to funnel players all the way to Red Bull Salzburg, and then they funneled more players to Red Bull Leipzig. That's Rasenballsport Leipzig. That's not. We all know it's Red Bull. Stop playing with me. It's possible that we could make no transfers. Well, it's impossible that we can make no transfers, in my opinion. It is possible that we can make no transfers if we decide, hey, we don't want to make any transfers. But I don't think Bayern want to know that they stop. No, come on. It's possible that we can make no transfers, but it's also impossible that we could make no transfers. There's no way we don't sign a player this window. Considering our squad and where it is now, Bayern would want to strengthen. Bayern will want to take advantage of this. Next summer, say Sané, I think if we don't sign Sané now, this summer, the guy would probably think to himself, well, do they want me that much? He'll renew his contract with City. Because Man City would probably be like, F it. Let's just offer him $300,000 per week. City could easily offer Sané whatever money he wants on his salary. They could give him an open checkbook and say, write what you want there, man. That's what they can do. So Bayern have to buy Sané, because in Sané's head as a player, you want to play for the club that you want to join. Imagine that club delays for a few months, for a year. You don't want that. Sané will be 25. We need Sané now. We need to make transfers now. Havertz is... we don't need to buy 100 million cam. I agree. We don't need to buy 100 million cam. We need to buy 100 million cam. But who else are we going to get for that cam position? If we're trying... Havertz is literally in the... We get Havertz and we get a world-class... One of the... Already a top 6 central attacking midfielder in the world, based off just his stats, his maturity on the pitch. What, is he captain in Leverkusen now? I don't even know. The guy can do anything. He's not staying at City. Yeah, Sané isn't staying at City, which is exactly why I'm saying we need him now. We want him now. The player wants to leave. We should get Luis Alberto. Why would we get Luis Alberto? Why are we doing that? I get it. Luis Alberto is like, 27 years old? And you're trying to get him? What is he going to offer to our attack? That's like getting Coutinho on an extra season loan. Lautaro Martinez is not a replacement to Lewandowski. Why are we trying to replace players that aren't needing replacement now? yeah. We don't need to be replacing. Maybe in like 3 seasons when Lewandowski's contract expires, when he's 34 or 35. The guy's 31 years old. He's a striker who doesn't have this over dependence on his physical attributes. He's gotten better in the last few. The thing is, the reason why we need a cam so bad is because, well, not just a cam, we need Havertz in general, because we need a player that is as tactically flexible. He offers something different if he plays out wide. He won't be playing cam, by the way. Sancho isn't going to Bayern. Havertz won't even just come in and replace Muller. even next year. He'll come in and probably play a lot of his games out wide. I think so, because Gnabry's going to get injured, guaranteed. So will Coman, and there'll be one spot. Yeah, I do think 60 million around that mark will be the price for Sané. It definitely, I mean, it's looking likely that's the case, at least. We could get Ben Yedder. Imagine Lucas besides Lewandowski. Who's Lucas? Gnabry's form recently is worrying. Yeah, imagine if you had Gnabry's form, and then, you know what, you're like, Sedge, you've been dry a little bit. And you just bring in Havertz, start him for a few games. Gnabry comes off the bench, and now you have competition. I love competition. We don't have any competition out wide. If a player gets a little assist, even though they played crap, they played. Oh, Lucas. Nah, Luke. Who the hell is Lucas? No, come on. He can't even get a game. Nah, come on. We're not talking about Lucas Moura, who's 27 or 28 right now. We need these youngsters. We need the next. We always have the best German player, Bayern. That's something I want to keep going. Havertz is going to be one of the best German players in the next decade. So is Sané. So Kimmich. We always do. We always decide, you know what? Instead of getting Julian Brandt, who's just slightly less better than Havertz, older as well, cheaper, we'll get Kai Havertz, who's going to be more expensive, much more. If Havertz isn't playing, the guy might be like, I want to go. And Real Madrid will pay more money for him. I don't even know who. I mean, Talvin. Yeah, I know him from FIFA. I don't know who that is. Koch from Freiburg. He's good on the right wing. He is good on the right wing. I don't get it though. People are very confused when we say we need players. It's not like we're out here wanting Havertz. We need the guy because we know that the position of attacking midfielder is a player we need. Coutinho leaves. We don't have another Cam to bring off, and Coutinho isn't even a Cam that fits our system, which is why he hasn't succeeded here. Phil Coutinho will leave. I hope Perisic leaves too. You look at it, we don't have anyone else to bring on. Who are we going to bring on? Oliver Batista Mai? Who are we going to bring on? Mikel Cousins? Oh my goodness. We could play a 4-3-3. Nah, I don't think we will. I think if Bayern are this invested in Kai Havertz, I think there is no chance we play a 4-3-3 at this point because he's going to play in that hole, isn't he? And a lot of these players that all of you are mentioning to me that they're cheaper, they don't even fit our system. Let's say we got Julian Brandt before he went to Dortmund. Does he fit how we play? No. Havertz does. The way he moves does. The way he gets on the end of crosses. The way he creates space. The way he moves into space. The elegance. The technical ability to get passes in. Why Kai is a doubt? Kai Havertz is a doubt. He's doubting Bayern because he feels from kicker as if Bayern don't have him as a number one priority. So that's the thing. Luca Waldschmidt from Freiburg. Wow, y'all just trying to make us Burnley, aren't you? You're just trying to destroy us. Who's that? How did I make a 180 on my opinions with Havertz? No, I mean, I always had this. I was always like, oh, we can get Havertz in a year. I'm not in a hurry to replace him. Why would I want to replace Thomas Müller? But for me, I just know if he goes to Real Madrid, he'll want to kill us. He'll want to kill us. He'll want to be the guy that destroyed us. And if he goes anywhere else other than Bayern, he's gonna hate us. I mean, yeah, you're right. Lewandowski, Sané, Havertz, Gnabry would destroy. Oh, look at that team. How filthy is that? Havertz providing and also scoring, while Sané is providing and also scoring, while Gnabry is providing and also scoring, while Lewandowski is providing and also scoring. You have players everywhere that can do stuff in any given moment in a game. Chelsea fans dreaming of Havertz. Come on, man. They can have Ziyech for 40 million. We'll pay double that for Havertz, who's 20. Ziyech is 27, 40 million. Which is why I'm saying it makes the price tag kind of makes sense for Havertz. The guy's a baller, and it's not like he's some one season guy. No, this guy's been doing it since he was like 16 or 17. Muppet show mentality. I don't know what that means. If we don't sign anyone, we have Fine Nubo and we will sign Sane. Yeah, we have players coming in for the defensive positions, Nubo and midfield. Man, we have too many midfielders. Javi Martinez needs to go. This is what I was saying. I totally forgot to bring this up. Adrian Fine he's coming in. I think he's coming in. People don't realize that. Adrian Fine's coming in soon. Javi Martinez is still here on the bench every single week. One day I can see it. It's pretty damn weird if you ask me. It's kind of embarrassing we talk up Sane so much. Yeah, Javi Martinez, like I said, is still here. So is Boateng. You have Adrian Fine come in. You have even Ulreich. Ulreich is supposedly going to leave Bayern, which I'm not gonna cry over. Sorry, but you have these players on the bench, and then Adrian Fine can't get a game, although he's earned it. Adrian Fine is earned if he's coming to that Bayern squad. He's gone out on loan and done it. He's helped Hamburg come up, right? These players deserve their time on the bench. And I think you can't say to Fine, hey, you can't play because Javi's in the squad. So Havertz to Chelsea. Come on, man. Do you think Kai Havertz would think to himself, oh, let me go to Chelsea? Like, come on. At least go to Liverpool where it's like actually legitimate. It's actually legitimate. Like, go to Liverpool. I'd rather have Havertz go to Liverpool than, because he's wasting himself at Chelsea. The Werner's going to Chelsea apparently. Oh my God, he's going to Chelsea. Rumors of Jesse Marsch. I would love to see that American guy going. Yeah, he's American. He's from Wisconsin. So I can't wait for him. He should definitely go. Not because I like. Nah, come on. I just like support. Maybe that's why I love Davey so much, because he's from Canada, so very close. Havertz is Ballack. No, he's not. Ballack was a box-to-box midfielder. Kai Havertz is not a box-to-box midfielder. He could probably play it because of his technical ability, but I don't think he will be playing it for us. He'll be out wide. He'll be on the right-hand side, left-hand side. He'll be playing in all the positions. And another thing is, Havertz will probably want to join us, even though like all these sources are saying he's having doubts. If you play for Bayern, you play for the German national team, because the Joachim Low, or Joachim, whatever you say, he's gonna be thinking to himself, "What's Kimmich gonna think if I pick up Havertz, who's playing for Bayern, and not pick up if he doesn't pick Havertz, he's gonna be worried about what Kimmich, Goretzka, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry, Manuel Neuer will think." So it's almost like it's cool to play for Bayern as a German national team guy. Leave a like on the. Let's get to 15 likes. Oh, Bayern's looking for a center back who can. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Why are we looking for a young center back who can play CDM as well? Nah, I mean, come on. Havertz plays like young Zidane. He does have a similar technical touch, that Zidane-esque thing. Yeah, but he would be playing out wide. He'd be playing in any position. He has the technical ability to do so. Someone told me that Havertz does not have good vision. I don't know who said it. How can you say he doesn't have good vision? That's literally one of his strongest traits as a young player. He has very good vision. I love water so much. Sure. Is Haaland going to Real? Jesus Christ, why would Haaland go to Real? Maybe it's because I just think every single... I mean, Haaland's... his release clause doesn't kick in until 2 years, which is why no one's activated. You don't think Real Madrid would have... Oh my God, Haaland, 70 mil, yes! No, they would have activated it. He'll probably renew his contract with Dortmund before it activates. Before it really goes into full effect. He'll probably renew his contract. And I think he'll go to like 150 million or something. Dortmund are not going to let Haaland just go for like that. How is crossing week for Havertz? Well, that's Who Scored telling you that, which I did say is deflated. They just look at your crossing accuracy. That's all they look at. They don't look at the amount of crosses you're actually putting in per game. They just look at your crossing accuracy. His heading attempts, they look at how successful his headers are and how much he actually puts in. So that's why it's there. It's not me who put it. It's who scored. And I just look at what they say. I don't really watch Havertz every week to tell you his actual strengths. He could genuinely be a fantastic tackler. I wouldn't know because I don't watch him that much. I only watch Havertz and care about him when he's playing against us. I don't watch any other Bundesliga team. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, let me turn on this Dortmund game. I could care less about Borussia Dortmund. I don't care. I watch probably more Premier League games than I watch Bundesliga, other than Bayern. Because I can't bring myself to care about Leipzig's form. I can't bring myself to care about Hertha Berlin. It might be for entertainment when I'm bored, but I can't actually care. I don't care. I watch a lot of Leipzig and BVB. Good for you, but I can't bring myself to care about RB Leipzig and Dortmund. I would just look at the result and say, oh, they won, they lost. Oh, cool. I couldn't care less. Oh, well, yeah. So Niklas Süle won't make as many tackles. So that's why his tackling is weak. Players that make a lot of tackles and have a high tackles complete, yeah, it's like that. So do you think Havertz will score on Saturday? I don't think he'll play. He'll be subbed off. That is true though. Havertz could do. We lost to Leverkusen in the reverse fixture. Are we away from home? I think they beat us at the Allianz. Any team just coming out here and slapping us up. We are playing them away. They beat us at our own stadium. They made it a big deal. Like they were cool or sick. Oh crap, I have to wake up at 7. Oh, why is it so early? 7 a.m.? Oh my god. Wait, I actually have to start the live stream at 7, but I have to wake up maybe at 5 or 6. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Well, prepare for me in the match watch along this weekend to not have any energy, because Bayern and the Bundesliga decide, let's have all the games. Do they not consider that people actually watch Bayern outside of the continent of Europe? I live in the US. A Dortmund game is more entertaining than any Premier League match. No, there's no Dortmund game more entertaining than Man City taking on Liverpool. Come on, that's just Man City taking on Man United. That's always going to be an entertaining game. I watch these big games because they're fun. Chelsea taking on Liverpool. These games are actually fun. Werner is going Chelsea. Yeah, I think he is. Imagine going to Chelsea. I was convinced he was actually going to end up at Liverpool. And I did say as well, no one quoted me on this. You remember what I said? I said Timo Werner is not going to Liverpool because Liverpool are too broke to afford him because they don't like spending money. Now you have Fabrizio Romano saying Werner's going to Chelsea. Is that an upgrade? I don't think so. Liverpool haven't even started official talks with Werner. So he's probably going to end up... Chelsea have made an official bid, and if Liverpool will not match it in the next hours, Werner would discuss his contract with Chelsea. That's basically what it is. Which probably means Chelsea have actually activated his release clause, which means there'll be... Yeah, so... Yeah. Genius. Will you do Prem match watch-alongs? Most likely. I only big games. I'm not watching any other team. Like, I want to watch Chelsea, Man United. Oh, Spurs United is like... What? That's the first match week, so we'll definitely watch that. I can't wait for that. Can't wait for Jose Mourinho to be slapped up by Paul Pogba. I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. Everyone knows I love Pogba. Oh, jeez. I love how he is on the pitch. Love everything about the guy. Just an amazing player overall. I can't wait for Spurs to be slapped up. And Harry Kane to not perform in a big game once again. Bayer Leverkusen do have a talented squad. I can see them in the Europa League. I'm in Texas. Well, you're lucky. I went to Texas last summer. It's too hot, man. I don't like it. I'll live in Texas, though. I'm moving to Texas in a year or two. Werner should stay in Leipzig, keep the Bundesliga. Nah, I mean, come on, man. It's no one else thinks it's stupid that he's going to Chelsea. Come on. Chelsea aren't better than Leipzig. No, I think Werner is just like, he's torched so much that he's actually willing to downgrade. I hope that his German national team teammates are actually calling him like Timo. Are you stupid? Or did someone take over your? Did you get coronavirus? Like, I hope his teammates are actually texting, man, because it's so dumb. Why would you go to Chelsea out of all clubs? Let me text my friend Cameron right now. He must. Oh my God, I have to text Cam because there's no way he's a big Chelsea fan. Werner to Chelsea. Come on. Yeah, Cam, you should get. Why would he go to Chelsea or literally school? You're right. He's going to a club that with Julian Nagelsmann to Frank Lampard. The difference. Havertz is basically what Dele Alli was 3 years ago. No, Havertz is way better than Dele Alli. Technical level is much better than Dele Alli. Dele Alli decided. Wait, what happened to Dele Alli, by the way? I thought he was decent. I thought Dele Alli was like 28 years old or something, and but he's only 24. So what did happen to Dele Alli? But Kai Havertz is different. The guy is on the passing. He's on the technical ability side of things. Dele Alli's out here doing flicks, thinking he's Pele. Nah, come on. I'm sorry. Wait, don't they always say Dele Alli cost $1? The guy cost $7 million. So how is he costing $1? I'm so lost. I'm trying to look, but I don't. Nah, come on. Stop saying these things like, Dele Alli. Nah, stop saying these things. You don't have to say these things specifically. I'm looking at Dele Alli over the last few years. To be fair, not as terrible in 2016. I thought Dele Alli was a baller. I'm sorry, he's crap now. Chelsea are better than United. Right? Exactly. But still, I don't think Chelsea are better than Leipzig in terms of where Leipzig are with coaching, with the players he'll have around him. Leipzig's defense is made up of Upamecano, Konate, Willy Orban, Golaci, Klosterman, Angelino from Man City. 5 players that are better than every single Chelsea defender, right? And then you go to the midfield, and Conrad Leimer, pressing machine. And no, it's not the Premier League pool. I think Kai Havertz just likes twerking. I don't get it. Why is he going to Chelsea out of all clubs? He could just wait for Liverpool. I don't know. He wants to play in this league. It's fine for him to want to play in the league. It's fine. Dele Alli was good in the beginning. He's I don't know what happened to him. The guy just decided to change his name and become, some other guy. I don't know. I just don't get it. So I mean, yeah. I used to think Dele Alli was really cool. I thought he was a baller. I thought he was Messi level. Because I didn't watch that much. And then I'm watching the guy. I'm like, who's this? I didn't even know what he looked like. And FIFA makes you think anyone's a baller. You can look at anyone and say they're a baller. You could think, oh, geez. So many people just look at FIFA and go, oh, he's a baller. What about Adama Traore? No, we're not here. We're not in the WWE National Championships. We're in the Bundesliga. We're in the Champions League. We don't need these fighters. We need ballers. There's a difference. Only good thing about Chelsea is their midfield. Chelsea do have Kovacic though, but Kovacic couldn't even get a game for Real Madrid. That's the levels though, isn't it? He couldn't get a game for Real Madrid. Real Madrid loaned him out, and we're like, nah, we know you did well on your loan. Just go. Look how much confidence Real Madrid have in their transfers. There was it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, if any other team other than, like, let's say Real Madrid or Barcelona were interested in Werner, obviously he's gonna go, right? But I get it. It makes sense. Werner twerked for Bayern as well. He was every day. I was like, why is this guy so public about his interest in coming to us? And then Bayern came out and were like, we don't want you. And then he switched his interest, went to London, played one game, became a Liverpool fan overnight. I'm like, Werner, what's wrong with you, bro? Why can't you just shut up and do transfers behind closed doors? I'm sure Leipzig will get someone for $2 million and he'll be better than Werner. I watch Werner and I'm like, this guy's not that good. He scores goals. He has the pace, energy. He's effective at times, but he misses so many sitters, like actual chances. He is so weird. He's 25 already. I don't know. I just never really wanted Werner like that. And neither did Bayern, apparently. But tell me I'm not the only one who feels like Werner was just weird. I've never seen a player talk that publicly about the club he's going to join next. Most players might say, oh, I'm interested. I'm sick of the Premier trying to pick off. Well, get sicker because they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They have more fans. I mean, why would... To be fair, Chelsea have a bigger fan base than Leipzig. So Werner might want to play in front of more... I mean, Chelsea still has a library for a fanship, but you might want to play. That's my mother. Thank you everyone so much for watching this. I have to go. And yeah, Mia san Mia and peace.